Hello everyone, welcome to our virtual back to school night for the 2021-2022 school year. I am Miss Kerri, I'm the lead teacher of the Preppers 1 classroom. I am very excited to work with your children this year. We are going to do a lot of learning, have a lot of fun, and have a great academic year. A couple of things about myself. I grew up in Middlesex, New Jersey. I graduated from Immaculata High School in 2006. I did a couple of semesters at Raritan Valley Community College, and I'm beginning the process of obtaining my CDA. In my free time, I like to do a lot of reading and spend time with my family, especially my almost 4-year-old niece and my 8-week-old nephew. My favorite color is pink, and my favorite food are tacos, and I love my dog, which is a Puggle, Cleopatra. A little bit about our classroom. In the morning, we have free play until we do circle time, where we go over some shapes, our numbers, the alphabet, months of the year, and our calendar over here. We'll count the days to see what day it is and the year, and we'll also talk about the weather and the season. After morning circle time, we'll have hand washing and snack, and then we'll go outside. When we come inside, we do small group activities and creative curriculum, which I will get into in a couple minutes. Next, we'll do an art project in small groups or as a large group. And then we have free play and center times. Monday, we visit the STEAM room, and then we'll have lunch and nap time. Goals for the school year. I would like the children to start recognizing more letters, especially the first letter of their first name, as well as more of their shapes, colors, and numbers. We'll practice counting from 1 to 20, but I do encourage them to count up to 31, as some months we have 31 days, and we do count the numbers on our calendar. Our curriculum. For ADLC, we have weekly themes that we stick to throughout the year. During circle time, we go over colors, shapes, and numbers 1 through 10. We go through them by matching, counting, and different games. We also go over the calendar, which include the months of the year, days of the week, and counting to figure out what today's number is. We read a book that corresponds to the weekly theme and then do activities to go along with the theme, as well as music, large muscle, science, and math activities. During circle time, we also go through our concert songs, which we will sing together to prepare for our winter concert. Creative curriculum is a play-based and child-initiated curriculum. That means that the children learn by exploring things themselves. We encourage children to ask questions about what they are doing. This curriculum is integrated into our lesson plans during the morning and afternoon. One of my favorite activities is a science experiment, which is a sink or a float. The children get to select items from the classroom and put it into a bucket of water, and they get to discover if it sinks or floats. Our classroom newsletters are new every week and give an overview to the parents about different activities going on through the week. Birth to 3 standards and portfolios. We do have a lot of children in each class, but we really do get to know each one of them individually. The greatest thing about being with your children is that we get to see them progress throughout the year. We use portfolios to track what they learned and at what time during the year. We take pictures, have art examples, and have a detailed written sheet about milestones that your child achieves. Throughout the year, we use these portfolios for assessment purposes and conferences with you, so we can determine what they can work on and what they have excelled in. An example of a portfolio that has been done in the past was taking to the children out on the balance beam and watching how they cross the beam using their balancing skills. The teacher can take a picture of the students doing this activity and attach it to the portfolio. The standard I would use falls under physical and motor development. The gross motor development standard is demonstrate large muscle balance, stability, control, and coordination. The date would be recorded, and the artifact would be collected in their folder that follows them from the day they start to the day they leave. On Wednesdays, we have our kindness curriculum, and we teach the children how to be a good friend in the classroom, and hopefully it carries out at home too. For example, this month is creating calm, and we focus on types of things we can do to create a calm environment in the classroom and at home. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have Spanish. We go over greetings like hola for hello and adios for goodbye. In the coming months, we'll go over colors, shapes, numbers, and animals as well. On Mondays and Fridays, we do healthy choices, and we learn about how to eat healthy, what foods are good and not good for our body, and color sorting fruits and vegetables, and of course, exercising. A couple of events to be looking forward to this year are Halloween parties. They will be held October 27th through the 29th. A sign-out sheet will be sent out for party items. Students will decorate pumpkins and complete a Halloween craft. Let's dress up and have some fun. And please make sure to bring an extra change of clothes to change into before nap time. If you are able to donate cleaning supplies, that would be greatly appreciated. Paper towels, tissues, hand sanitizer, gloves, bleach, any disinfecting sprays, and plastic grocery bags would be awesome. We know things are still a little different this year, but we are confident in making it a great one, and I can't wait to see your children grow. Thank you very much. Bye.
Hi, welcome back to school night. My name is Miss Shivani. I am Preppers 2 teacher, and this is my first year teaching Preppers 2. I have two more teachers with me. That's Miss Vicky and Miss Ileana. I have been with ADLC for about 3 years now, and prior to starting teaching Preppers 2, I have taught toddlers for 1 year and infants room for 1 year. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm originally from India. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design, and I have my bachelor's degree in interior design from that. I have worked as a designer for a few years, but after having my son, his name is Rian, I decided to switch my career. Whenever I get my free time with Rian, we love to go outside and do outdoor activities, play in the playground, to visit zoo, farms, since he loves animals. Or we go to Liberty Science Center and learn about science and have fun activities. When I get my downtime, leisure time, I like to read, cook, draw, paint, and listening to music. Let me tell you a little bit more about our schedule and our routine at school. So we do, at 9 o'clock, we do our circle time. We include in our circle time days of the today's date, month of the year. We talk about our weather and what happening in that day, about like weather during the day. We also talk about number, shapes, and colors. We go over alphabets. Soon I'm gonna start teaching them all the alphabets, and my goal is to at least have them recognize all the alphabets, or at least what alphabet their name starts with, so they can start getting familiarized with that. During the circle time also, we read our books. We have each week different themes each week, and all our activities are based off of those themes. We also incorporate a creative curriculum in our circle time. If you are not familiar with creative curriculum, that is a play-based and child-initiated curriculum, which encourages them to ask a lot of questions and learn through play. We also, during the circle time, we also include our fall concert songs. So if you see your kids starting singing Merry Christmas, it's not too soon, because we have been doing here, so that's how they're learning the songs. Let me tell you a little bit about my goals for this year. So my goal for this year is to have them recognize all of their numbers, shapes, and colors, some alphabets, and also potty training. That's what we are focusing on. Let me walk you through our schedule. So as I said, at 9 o'clock, we do our circle time. After circle time, as I explained, that we include number, shapes, and colors, the calendar, the days of the week. We talk about weather, we read a book, and also we include our healthy choices. our Spanish, and also kindness curriculum. And in kindness curriculum, we go over like how to be friendly or a good friend to others, and we do do's and don'ts. So that's how we express like or teach them what are green choices and red choices. That's how they can differentiate between making a right decision to the wrong decision. After our circle time, we wash our hands and it's our snack time. They sit at the table, eat their snacks while they're having conversation with their friends or with teachers. After snack time, we go into washing hands and diapering. We change diapers, and mostly I have been starting everybody to encouraging them to use a potty even though they are not potty trained at home, and I'm also have been talking to a lot of parents and asking them to do the same at home so they can start at least getting the concept and we can move forward. And as I said, my goal is by the end of the year I want all of them to be potty trained. So let's hit thumbs up for that, and let's just keep working on it. After our snack time, as I said, we do diapering, and after diapering they wash hands, and we do our art activity, which is based off of creative curriculum and based off of our weekly themes. Each week we have different themes, and all the art activities, science activities, and math activities are based off of that theme of the week. After we do our art activity, that's time for us to go outside and play. We get 30 minutes in the morning to go outside and play and 30 minutes in the afternoon. Our outside play time is 10:15 to 10:45. They get all of their gross motor activities when we're outside at the playground. I also incorporate some of our gross large motor activities to do outside with them. For example, kicking the ball or bouncing on the bouncy ball, or run and play, or for example this week's theme is farm, so we are gonna get like horse outside in our playground. Outside our playground time, it's time for us to come back. We come back inside, we wash our hands, and that is time for us to do our center times and free play activity. I usually divide the time between free time and small group activities. So other two teachers they sit with two groups and do either healthy choices, or again they go over Spanish or activity based off of that particular day in a small group, so that way group setting, so that all can get their hands on like one-on-one, and kids have been enjoying that. After that brings us to our lunchtime. We wash our hands, eat our lunch, and we get ready for the nap time. All of our kids have their own mats, they have their own sheets and their blankets. They also have their designated spot assigned for the table, for the sitting and nap time, so they all know where to go after they eat and wash their hands. After lunchtime, we also encourage them to use a potty and then go to nap. Once they are done with their nap, that brings us to 2:30. Again, that's the opportunity for us to use a potty, change diapers, whoever needs to be changed, and then get ready for snack time. They sit down and eat again. They are welcome to have conversation with teachers or their peers or their friends. They talk about what kind of snack they have or what they like or what they don't. And once they are done with their snack, we wash our hands, and that's our circle time again. We do our circle time in the afternoon at 3 o'clock. Usually Miss Vicky does that. I do circle time in the morning. We go over the same things we went over in the morning, like days of the week, months of the year, the date for today, the weather. We again practice our concert songs. We go over number, shapes, and colors. And we also go over our kindness curriculum, our Spanish, and healthy choices activities. Once we are done with our circle time, that brings us to our outside playground time, and that our outside playground time is 3:30 to 4. At 4 o'clock we come back inside, we wash our hands, and we get ready to do again small group activities. I and Miss Eliana are the two teachers who are there at the end of the day. So we split our groups in small groups and we sit down with them and do different activities with them. For example, we do either lacing activity or craft activity, or we make collages, or we sit down and read books, or we go again on shapes and colors, or we do a lot of color matching or shape matching activities. Again at 4 o'clock, we have our diapering time potty. We ask them to use the potty and again wash hands, and that's their late snack time. After they eat their snack, they get to have a free play time, or they can play outside if the weather permits. And after that, it's almost time. That brings us to 6:30, and it's time for all of us to go home and call it a day. That's how we spend our day. Let me tell you a little bit more exciting fun stuff which is happening, which is our Halloween party. Our Halloween parties are from October 27th to 29th. I know last year we couldn't do it because of COVID, and I know a lot of things have changed because of COVID, but we are very excited to do it this year. Please, please, please bring your kids with the costumes and extra change of clothes so I can change them afterwards. And we are super excited to have Halloween fun party and some crafts for them to do. If you are able to donate some cleaning supplies, please do so. That is greatly appreciated, since we all know about COVID, and we all know how important it is for all of us to be healthy and safe. And I know things have been a little quite different from past year and this year. We have had a little bit of hurdles, but I think we have come across a really strong and great. Thank you for your time, and I'm really excited to learn more about you and each kids in my classroom. Bye.
Hi, I am Miss Erica, and welcome to Back to School Night 2021. I am the lead teacher in Preschool 1. I have two assistants, Miss Danielle and Miss Gabby. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I graduated Hillsborough High School in 2014, and I went to college right after. I went to Raritan Valley Community College, and I graduated with my associates in early childhood education in 2017. While I was in college, I started working here at ADLC. It'll be 7 years here in December, and it is my 5th year teaching as a lead teacher. I taught Preppers 2 for 4 years, so this is my first year teaching Preschool 1, and I am so excited to start the year off with you and your children. So first, I am going to go over our daily schedule. So I always encourage parents to come by 9 o'clock because that is when we start our circle time. So we start circle time, we all sit on the carpet, we all have Velcro spots on the carpet, so we all have our own little spot and our own bubble to sit in. We go over the calendar, we go over the days of the week, months of the year, we count to the number of the day. We also do our seasons and talk about the weather. We have weekly themes that we go through at ADLC. So this week's theme is the farm. So we are talking about all the different farm animals and what we do on the farm. And then we also read a book regarding the weekly theme. And we also do weekly songs that go along with the theme. And do not be alarmed if we start singing about snowmen and turkeys, because during circle time we do go over our concert songs. So we do a lot of singing. After circle time we have snack. Then after snack we get into our group activities. I usually split the groups into 2 different groups. I have a group on the carpet with Miss Gabby, and then I have a group at the table with myself, and then we switch. Sometimes we have to do a couple groups. We'll do our 2 rotating groups, and then we'll switch and we'll do different activities. These activities include some art, We did decorating different farm animals this week, and it is located on our outside bulletin board with a nice farm. We have some cows and horses that we decorated. We also did a matching game with babies and their mom. So we had to match the baby calf to the mother cow. We also do math activities, science activities, large motor things like freeze dance. We hopped like a bunny today, and we do fine motor things with our fingers. After our group activities, we do center time, and during center time we also try the potty. So my friends who are still in pull-ups, that is the time to change them. And I always encourage the children to try the potty. Even if they don't go, we still encourage them to at least try. After that, we go outside, and then after outside, we come back inside, wash hands, and then we eat our lunch. After lunchtime, we clean up, we sit on our mats, we can get a book, or I have my tablet where I show some little videos for them just to kind of wind down. Nap is from 12:30 to 2:30. After we wake up, we do snack again, 2:30 snack. After snack at 3 o'clock, we go through our mathematics curriculum, and we're just learning simple math items like matching things, grouping things together, simple addition problems like 1 + 1, making sure that they know the 1 and the 1 go together to make 2. After that, we go outside again, and then after we go outside, we do come back in. We do our afternoon circle time, and it's basically like morning circle time. We go over the calendar and everything, but we do incorporate creative curriculum in the afternoon activities. Creative curriculum is a child-based curriculum. It's very child-initiated, so the children kind of get to make their own decisions. We ask them questions on the activities that they're doing, so it's very child-initiated, and they get to choose what they want to do. There are also studies that we do throughout the year. So this study for this month, we're doing the beginning of the year study. So we learn about all the things about the beginning of the year. And then after that, that's sort of kind of center time, pickup time. And then throughout the morning, we do some extracurricular activities. So on Mondays and Fridays, we do healthy choices. So that's talking about healthy and unhealthy foods, what foods that we should eat, fruits and vegetables. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we go through Spanish. We just teach them simple Spanish words like hola and adios. And then on Wednesdays, we go through our kindness curriculum, which is character education. So we teach them to be a nice friend, and we hope that what we teach them here carries out at home. So they're using manners, being nice to their friends, using nice touches. Another thing that we do in the classroom is portfolios. So portfolios is a way that we sort of track the students' preparedness for the next grade level that they go in. We want to make sure that if they have some weaknesses, that we can work on them so we can get them up to where they need to be. So an example of this is if we are going outside on the playground and we are using the balance beam, I can tell that they are using their gross motor skills with putting their feet in front of the other and putting their arms out and balancing that. And we also relate the portfolios to the New Jersey Preschool Core Curriculum Standards. So I would relate that activity, our gross motor activity, to a gross motor preschool standard. And we would just write that down. We would put that in their own little folder. We would track it. So if they have a lot of gross motor things, we know that they are doing a great job, and we can move on to something else that they need to work on. Another thing I am going to talk about is the classroom newsletters. So Peggy will send these out weekly to the parents through email. I also have it posted on my parent board. It just gives a little overview of what we are going to be doing for the week. It's for our weekly theme, so it tells you what we'll be doing for our ADLC curriculum, our creative curriculum, just some reminders, some suggested books if you wanted to read those at home. And then come January, we will be doing Handwriting Without Tears. So Handwriting Without Tears is working on their fine motor skills on how to hold a pencil, writing some simple letters like the letters in their name. And we will also be doing a technology program. So come January, we'll take a trip to the computer lab. We'll learn how to navigate the mouse. We'll learn how to open and close a tab. And we'll also look at the keyboard and try and find some letters that are in your child's name. And then one last thing that I wanted to talk about is some upcoming events. So we do have our Halloween party coming up. So unfortunately this year, parents are not allowed to come in, but we will still be having our Halloween party. So Peggy will be sending out a sign up genius. So if you wanted to sign up for some snacks for our class, you can sign up there. And if you would like to, you can have your child dress up. But if they do dress up, I encourage parents to bring in a pair of extra clothes. That way, when we're done having our party, we can change them back into their clothes so they're not uncomfortable or very hot. And that's just another item to label all belongings. So any fruits, snacks, lunch containers, water cup, a mask, just make sure everything is labeled. And what I've been encouraging parents to do with their child's mask is get the lanyard. So that way when they are eating or they're outside and they want to take their mask off, it's still around them and then it's not just all over the classroom. So if you want, you can go out and get a little lanyard just to keep it on your child. And that is pretty much it. I am looking forward to an awesome year with you and your children. And if you have any questions or concerns or comments, I am always on my email, so you can always email me whenever. Thank you. Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Kim. I am the teacher in Preschool 2. I have been here for 6 years, going on my 7th at ADLC. I have been in the Preppers 1 room and then Preppers 2 and Preschool 1 and now in Preschool 2, so I'm just moving up. So I've had a couple of your kids for a while, which has been super special, and I look forward to this year. So a little bit more about myself. I graduated from Rutgers, New Brunswick, and with a degree of psychology. And I live in Hillsborough with my husband and with my daughter Avery. She's actually in the infant 2 room at ADLC. And a little bit about what I like to do outside. I like to go to jiu-jitsu. I actually go here in Montgomery at the Montgomery BJJ. And yeah, I love to go outside. I love to hike. I love to play on the playground because I'm a big kid. And yeah, I love just being around other people. I'm a big extrovert, so it's great to have you in my class. So a little bit about our schedule here in Preschool 2. We do have, I have a co-teacher. Her name is Kelly. I'm sure you've met her. She's very nice. She's great with the kids. She helps a lot in the classroom as well. And yeah, so let's jump right into the schedule. So in the morning, we always do a circle time. We have the calendar here. We go through our numbers, our shapes, the season, our colors. We always have a weather watcher, so if you ever hear this kids sing the weather watcher song, that's where it's from. We also have, we also go through their names or what they did during the weekend. If they have any show and tell items, we do that. Or if they have the mystery bag, we always do that as well. And yeah, so this week is the letter S. And so some of the kids brought in a shark and socks and a Spider-Man and sky. So that was really fun for them to be able to participate and understand what the letter S is for. And yeah, so We also have Healthy Choices. So Healthy Choices is basically talking about healthy ways for the kids to eat, healthy ways to take care of themselves, like dental hygiene. We use things like the Healthy Helpings game, so it uses my plate as a reference of what is healthy and what is good for the kids to eat and what is not as appropriate to eat as well. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we go through Spanish. So for the month of September, we had adios and hola for goodbye and hello. And on Wednesdays, it's kindness curriculum. So that's just basically talking about how the kids can create a kind environment for each other and themselves. So today was creating calm. So we were asking the kids how they create calm. I told them that I really like to take deep breaths to stay calm. Some of the other kids said that they like to listen to music to stay calm. So that was really fun for them to be able to engage in that way. And we always ask them for their opinions and what they think about the activities as well, because kindness curriculum is all about engaging the kids, and as well as all these activities. Next, we will have small group activities. So that's when we do our handwriting without tears, we do our math, and we do our language. We do our art projects. I'm sure you have seen a lot of the art projects that have been going home. All the kids do such a great job with them. They love to participate in their art projects. And with handwriting without tears is basically, it's talking about ways to help the kids learn how to write and how to implement, because they're so verbal, but how to actually implement that into writing. So we have, this is the sound around box, so it gives pictures of things, and then the kids will just identify each item. And we use these to sort, we use these to talk about the first letters in the items, and it's really fun for the kids. We also have some shapes that help guide the kids how to write. So we have like a big curve, we have a big line, we have a small curve and a small line, just to try to have the kids understand what those things mean. So like a D would be a big line and then a big curve. And then we go outside. We go outside twice a day. The kids love going outside. We do red light and green light out there. We sometimes race. We do obstacle courses out there. So they have a lot of fun. And then we always have center time as well. So that's kind of more free play in the morning. We have a bunch of centers around the room, around the classroom. So we have Legos and blocks and kitchens. So they love to take out whatever they want, and then they choose a center to sit in and play with their friends. And then that's pretty much it for the morning. And then the afternoon time, we always do a math curriculum as well. So we have our math stuff here. Everything is laminated so that we can reuse them. We talk about the different shapes and the numbers. They learn how to count as well during the afternoon. And then we also have creative curriculum. So that comes with a book. So we always have a theme or a study. So this month, I guess, is the beginning of the year. So we always have a book, and then we always have a question of the day. So the question of the day this week was, who works at school? So they had a lot of fun naming all the teachers, and then Miss Peggy and Mr. Fred, and thinking about who works here. And that's pretty much all that we have for our activities for the afternoon as well. We do have the mystery bag. So on Fridays, we always send home, for 2 students, we send home the mystery bag for the kids, and you basically bring in an item that has to do with our study. So for the beginning of the year, it's pretty much anything that the kids want to bring in, and then you bring 3 clues so that the kids can guess what's in the bag. We also have Star Student of the Week. So you'll be getting an email actually from me about who's the Star Student of the Week, and then there's a poster, there's a letter, There's a bunch of other things that you can participate with, making your kids feel special. This is our newsletter, so every week this goes out, and it basically gives you a rundown of what we are doing throughout the week. It also has like upcoming events or reminders, and we sometimes send home reminders as well. So if you have any questions about those, you can let us know. And then ways that you guys can get involved are, if you guys want, you guys can feel free to continue bringing in those Lysol wipes and the hand sanitizers and the tissues. That's been super, super helpful for us. And another way is that we have an upcoming Halloween party. The kids are so excited. They're already talking about their costumes and what they want to wear and what kind of characters they're being. And so if you guys want to sign up for the food that is going to be provided by you guys, I'm probably going to be making something too. I always make something fun. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can email me at kimr@alldaylearningcenters.com. Thank you so much for attending our back to school night, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.
Hi, welcome to Preschool 3 Back to School Night, virtual Back to School Night. My name is Miss Diane. I'm the lead teacher in this classroom, and I'd like to start off telling you that I have been here about 5 years. I'll be 5 years in February. And then I'd also like to give you a little bit of a rundown of what we do every day. So I'd like to start by talking about drop-off. So when you first drop off, if you could first put all of the snacks in your child's cubby, anything dry snacks, and then put the water cup in our water bin, and then anything that has to go in the refrigerator, for now, the teachers will be putting everything into the refrigerator just to cut down on any type of cross-contamination with people. So everything will go in a white bin that I'll have out right next to our water cups, and you can put anything that needs to be heated up, warmed up, anything that needs to be refrigerated in that bin, so we can put it into the fridge. And then another reminder is anything that you have, any snacks that you put in there, or snacks that you put in the bin, if you could just label everything, and that goes for a water cup, snacks, lunch, backpacks, extra clothes, everything. Just put your name, your child's name on everything so that nothing gets switched around or messed up. Also, if you could please bring in plastic containers or metal containers, but not glass containers, to avoid anything breaking. That would be great also. And then, so the next thing after drop off, we start our circle time, and our circle time starts at 9 o'clock. So if you could drop off before 9 o'clock or after 9:30, that would be preferred, so that we don't have any interruptions during circle time, so that we can stay focused on what we're doing. And during our circle time is when we go over all of our days of the week, we go over our months of the year, we do our colors, our seasons, we do our weather, we do our birthdays, and we also have our helpers as well. And we do our letter of the week during circle time as well. So during our circle time, when we have a different letter of the week, and we have, when we go over our letter of the week, you can have we have a show and tell, so that everyone has a chance to bring in something that starts with that letter of the week. And then everyone can get to show everyone what they brought in that starts with our letter of the week, and that's for our circle time. And then after circle time, we line up, wash hands, we have a morning snack, and then after our morning snack is when we have our ADLC curriculum activities. So those are kind of put together of different activities that are put together by the teachers that are here. So the first one is handwriting without tears, and that is our handwriting curriculum. So that teaches like proper hand grip, how to hold a pencil, writing uppercase and lowercase letters. We use wooden pieces to describe different positions of lines, so vertical, diagonal, horizontal, and that's what we went over in the beginning of the year for pre-writing before we started our letter of the week. And another thing that we use is our sound around box, which they're little picture tiles that we can use with that, and that goes with rhyming words, and just to get a head start on writing. So for the following year, they'll be doing foundations, which is more handwriting words. So this is an introduction to foundations. Next, we have our healthy choices. So this is an enrichment program, and it is all about encouraging healthy habits with our students. Next is our technology program. So we will visit the STEAM room once a week, and we'll be able to use the computer in there, as well as in the STEAM room we have many other activities to kind of break out of the classroom for a little bit of time and get to experience more science, technology, engineering, math, and focus on those skills in smaller groups at a time. And then, we also have our character education that we do in the morning time as well. So character education is helping our students develop personal behaviors and values that are generally accepted as beneficial qualities in our society. So we have different themes throughout the year. September is respect, October is creating calm, November is love, December is feelings and empathy, January is gentleness, February is respect, March is self-control, April is friendship, May is conflict resolution, and for June, we just kind of revisit everything that we've reviewed. We also have a Spanish curriculum, and so our Spanish we do in the morning as well. And we also have math and various other language and art activities in the morning as well. So we have a lot going on in the morning, so that's why it's really important to get here on time and to make sure that your child is not missing out on any of the benefits of what we do in the morning. And then in the afternoon, we have our creative curriculum. So that's more of play-based learning, and that's when we do our mystery bags. So our mystery bags are sent home on Friday, and then you can bring them in on Monday. And what that is you can pick something, you and your child can pick something that has to do with our study that we're currently doing, and then put it in the mystery bag, and then write 3 clues to help us figure out what could possibly be in the mystery bag. And it helps us kind of just introduce the study and delve a little bit deeper into what we're learning about in the afternoon. So that's our mystery bag. And we also have another math curriculum that is only for the afternoon, and we focus on one type of math focus for the afternoon. So that whole week we are only focusing on a certain subject in the math. And let's see, and then we have 2 outside times. So after learning activities in the morning, we will be going outside to the playground for some time. Then we come in, have lunch, have nap time. And then after we wake up from nap is when we have another snack. And then we go outside again. And then we come back in, and that's when we do the creative curriculum and the math. And then we have another snack time, and then we go outside. So it's a lot of outside and inside, but we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 snack times. So if you choose to bring in snacks for your child, then you can put them in the bins. But we also have applesauce and cereal if you do not wish to bring in snacks, which is totally fine. We just wish that anything that you bring in, you label. And now I'm just going to go over a couple classroom policies and procedures, just some friendly reminders. So I already said this a million times, label everything. Next is please dress your child appropriately for the weather. So if you're not sure if it's going to be hot or cold, please just bring in a jacket just in case. Next, make sure that there's also seasonally appropriate clothing in the cubbies as our extra clothes, because accidents happen, things happen, spilled juice, other accidents. So just to be sure that we have something set, if you could bring something in that's seasonally appropriate, because we don't want to be dressing your child in shorts when it's nice and cold in wintertime. And then also, if your child does have an accident, if you could bring in another set of extra clothes the next day, because we do have some school clothes, but those are only for emergency purposes if someone doesn't have anything. So we'd like to make sure that you do have something in the cubbies. Next is our school policy is to contact lead teachers through email or by calling the school with any inquiries. So please don't text or message through Facebook. Please email or call the school first before doing that. Next, if your child has any symptoms of COVID-19, please stay on the safe side and keep your child home. And please stay up to date and adhere to all of the current COVID-19 policies. And then as of a few weeks ago, now it's policy for all students to be wearing masks all from 2 and up all day. So we do have mask breaks throughout the day while we're eating snack, as well as while we're going outside on the playground. So if you could bring in a mask for them to wear during the day, as well as an extra 1 or 2 to keep in their cubbies just in case, that would be great. And if you choose to keep your 1 mask at school, then that would be awesome, just to be on the safe side. Oh, and also, if it's not show and tell, please do not bring any home toys into school, because that can get into some arguments, and also we don't want to bring, we just don't want to start anything. So we have plenty of toys for everyone to play with at school. So if you could just keep home toys at home, unless it's a show and tell or mystery bag toy. So a few ways that parents can get involved would be to follow up with your child with what's going on at school. So just ask some questions with what's happening. You can bring in fun pictures of things you did over the weekend, or anything that your child might want to share at any time. Anytime you think that it might be something fun that your child is really excited about, they can bring it in. You can email or call me to stay up to date on what's happening. We also have the newsletter that gets sent out. You can send in a video of you reading your child's favorite book to show to the class, or if you'd like to come in and with a mask read a story to the rest of the class that has to do with something that we're learning about, that's great. We'd love to have parents' involvement as much as possible, so feel free, just let me know beforehand so we can plan out accordingly. And then to kind of close our virtual back to school night, I'd like to talk about our class Halloween party, which is going to be coming up on the 29th, October 29th. So we are going to be doing a little bit of a costume party, and so you can bring your child in with their Halloween costume. We're going to be doing pumpkin decorating, we're going to have snacks, a whole bunch of fun things to do. So that's going to be on October 29th. And then also, if you would like to contribute any cleaning supplies, because we are doing a lot of cleaning in the classroom all day, every day. So if you'd like to donate any Lysol spray, Lysol wipes, paper towels, any other cleaning products, that would be greatly appreciated. As well as expo markers or markers in general. We do expo markers every morning during drop off. So we go through them very quickly. So if you if you could donate any of that, that would be greatly appreciated. And I think that's it. So thank you for joining me on our Preschool 3 virtual back to school night. I will see you soon. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brianna and I'm the Pre-K3 lead teacher. Here at All Day Learning Centers we have 3 different pre-K classes. Pre-K1 consists of Miss Janelle and Miss Annalise. Pre-K2 is Miss Anne Marie, Miss Erica Marks, and Miss Miranda. And Pre-K3 is myself, Miss Gabby, and Miss Donna. A little about me. In 2017 I received my bachelor's in psychology, and just a few months ago I received my master's in psychology. I've been working at All Day Learning Centers for a little over a year, but I've been in childcare for over 5 years. And now I'm going to talk to you about our pre-K program. So our day starts at 9 a.m. when we start our circle time. Circle time usually consists of about 20 minutes. We do our calendar, weather watcher, the flag. We learn our new letters, our numbers. And then when we finish circle time, we do morning work for about 15 minutes. And then at 9:30 we have a quick morning snack. When we finish that, we transition into either healthy choices, Spanish, or character education, depending on the day. So healthy choices is every Monday and Friday. We learn about healthy food, not healthy food. We learn about our food groups. We also look through like food circulars, and the students can decide what's healthy, what's not healthy. Every Tuesday and Thursday we do Spanish. Currently we're just learning basic phrases like hola, adios. This week we started learning our colors and shapes. And then every Wednesday we do character education. So for the month of September we were learning about responsibility, how the students can be responsible at home, at school. And then this week we just started our October lesson of respect, and every month we have a different character education topic. When we finish that, we go into our 30 minutes of education time. So our education time is based off of the preschool standards from the state of New Jersey. So the students are learning literacy, math, science, social studies, and art. We do that in rotating groups, so that means that myself, Miss Donna, and Miss Gabby will each have a group. We do an activity with them, and when that's completed, we rotate. Some examples of literacy that we do are foundations and handwriting without tears. Foundations is based on letters and letter sounds and having the students how to properly write their letters. So we use the foundations line, which is sky, airplane, grass, and worm. And using those lines, we show them where they should form their letter, where they should start, and where they should end. And handwriting without tears is a sensory-friendly way to have the students form their letters. We use different materials such as magnets, Play-Doh, shaving cream, and it's a fun and interactive way for them to learn their shapes. When we finish that, we do a 30-minute center time where they get a little free play, and then we do a 30-minute outdoor time. Once that is complete, we start our lunch time, which is a half an hour long, and then when that is complete, we do a 30-minute quiet time. So normally for quiet time, we turn off the lights, we play a little classical music, and students will do a quiet activity, either reading a book, doing a whiteboard, or just quietly coloring. When that's complete, we shift into our afternoon curriculum. We start at 1:15 with a math lesson. The math lesson is also based off of our New Jersey preschool standards. So far the students have been learning about patterns, how to do a one-to-one correspondence. This week we've been learning simple addition problems and showing them how addition works. And every week there's a new lesson that we do, and that goes on for the entire school year. When math is complete, we transition into creative curriculum. Creative curriculum is based off of 7 studies. So the first 2 months we are doing beginning of the year, which is just learning about how the school year works. Creative curriculum for each study has a question of the week and a question of the day, and then followed by a small group and a large group activity based on what that study is. So for beginning of the year, we've been talking to the students about who works at a school, how do we make friends at a school, what do we do at a school, and then we usually read a book based on that topic that the students listen to. And then typically our school day ends around 3:30 p.m. once all of the creative curriculum is complete and the large groups and small groups are done. What we also do in pre-K is we do a mystery bag. So every Friday, 2 mystery bags are sent home to 2 different students. And they are returned on Monday, and that is done in the afternoon circle time for creative curriculum. Students will bring in 3 items along with 3 clues for each item, and they will present them in class, giving the clues, and the students will have to guess what each item is. Parents will sometimes bring in items that either go along with our creative curriculum theme or what letter we're learning that week. And it's a really fun and interactive way for the kids to be a detective and figure out what items were brought in. We also do a Star Student of the Week. So the week before your child is selected, an email and a letter will be sent home to discuss what we do every day for that student. So typically on Mondays, they will bring in a poster all about them. Tuesdays, parents will bring in a letter about their child. Wednesday will be their favorite book. Friday will be their favorite toy. And every child will have a chance to be Star Student of the Week. And then when everybody has a turn, typically towards the end of the school year, everybody else will get a second turn. Also, on October 29th, we are doing our Halloween class parties. That will start at 9:30 a.m. We will be sending home a sign-up genius where you can sign up to bring in treats, any snacks you would like for our Halloween party. Students will also do a craft and decorate a pumpkin. We welcome costumes, but if you do have your child bring in a costume, please make sure you bring in a spare change of clothes. We appreciate all the donations that we've gotten so far of cleaning products, but we will always accept more since we are cleaning constantly. Some things that we would really appreciate are hand soap, Clorox wipes, Clorox spray, anything that you can donate we really appreciate. Our goal for this pre-K program and this school year is to have all of our students ready for kindergarten, for them to recognize their name, their letter sounds, their numbers, sight words, so that when they are ready to start kindergarten, they are ready to go. I am so excited for this school year, and I'm so excited to finish the school year with all of you. Have a good night.
Hi, full day kindergarten parents. My name is Miss Erica and I am your child's teacher this year. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I have been teaching for a total of 22 years. I started teaching in Brooklyn, New York, where I lived. I've been at All Day Learning Centers for 11 years, and I've been teaching the kindergarten class for about 10 years. I have a 12-year-old son named Jake and a 7-year-old daughter named Sarah. I love spending time with my family, playing soccer and going on trips, but I also love my alone time. I enjoy getting my nails done at my favorite salon, or even going to Dunkin' Donuts and getting myself a coffee. The students will see me sporting around my Dunkin' Donuts or my Starbucks cup. I wanted to tell you about our wonderful classroom. Our schedule is as follows. We start from 8:30 to 8:45. That's when we do our morning work. Our morning work consists of a packet that was created. It has letter identification, number identification, sight words, matching, patterns, anything that we have covered or will cover in class will be in their morning work packet. I will collect it at the end of the week, review it, file it, and save it to show you guys at parent-teacher conferences. After we do our morning work, we come to our morning meeting, our circle time. We have our calendar, our number of the day, and then we do our math corner. The number of the day consists of different things to do with our numbers. It gets them practicing math all day long. We'll read our story, and sometimes we'll discuss our character education. After that, we have snack and move on to literacy. Literacy will consist of Foundations. Foundations is the program we use where we teach the students how to formulate their letters and teach them the sounds that each letter makes. We have skyline, plain line, grass line, and worm line. I'm sure you are familiar with these pages because it is also attached to the homework. We really want the students to get familiar and comfortable with writing with these lines because it helps with the formation of their letters. I'm sure they've gone home and said to you, oh, I've been working on skyline, and that's what this is it that they're talking about. This will help them later on when it comes to writing in their journals. Each student will have a journal, and we write in it twice a week. Right now, we are filling in writing prompts. They will trace the prompt and then continue it. This one says, my family is. They will then sound out the word on their own. They will then conference with myself or Miss Bonnie, and we will talk about what they wrote. We will help them sound it out, and they will rewrite it down below to get a better understanding of those letters and sounds. They will be able to take this home at the end of the year and look through it and see their progress, and they are so super proud of themselves. After we do literacy, we will go outside. That's our fun break where we get to run around outside and play on the climber. After that, we'll come back in and do our social studies. Social studies consists of community helpers, talking about our neighborhood, our character education, recycling, reusing. After that, we'll have lunch and then choice activities. Once we're done with choice, we move on to math. Math will consist of number identification, writing the numbers, sorting, patterns. Eventually, we'll get into adding and subtracting. We have touched on that because it does go with other stuff that we do, and they have done amazing with it. After math, we go back outside to run our energy out and come back in for science. Science goes by themes. For September's theme was space. We learned about planets and stars, and you guys had a connection at home when you made your rocket ships. Next month is all about weather, and you will be making a weather gauge with your child to talk about at the end of the month. I also want to share with you our homework packets, which comes to you every Monday. On the cover is exactly what needs to be done and what's inside. Your child can do it all at once, or you can do it by day. It just needs to be handed in on Friday. We take real big pride in our program here at All Day Learning Centers. The full day program was based off the New Jersey State standards for kindergarten. So when I was writing the program, I looked at all the standards for literacy, for math, for science, for social studies, and decided what was going to fit with each month and made a program about it. Eventually, you will get a report card that tells you what standards were hit and if your child is developing, beginning, or mastering. You can always email me if you have any questions or concerns about your student. I'll be happy to email you back. My email is Erica, ERICAS, @alldaylearningcenters.com. I just wanted to finish by saying we are going to have our Halloween party coming up. Each class can come with their costume on as long as you bring a change of clothes. We're going to have a really fun craft to make, and we are working really hard on keeping our classroom healthy and safe. We sanitize all day. We sanitize our toys, our chairs, our tables, our windows, anything and everything that we touch, we sanitize. But we can always, always, always use some extra Lysol wipes, some extra Lysol spray, even some paper towels if you're willing to donate to the class. We would greatly appreciate it. This is going to be a great year. We are really looking forward to working with your child. My goals for them are to be able to learn their sight words, learn their letters, and to be able to read come January when we start our guided reading. If you have any questions and you would like to reach out to me, please feel free to do so. Have a great day!
Hello everyone, and welcome to our virtual back to school night. I'm Miss Stephanie. I'm the teacher for the Kindergarten Enrichment AM class. A little bit about myself. I'm a certified teacher. I got my bachelor's degree from Kean University, and it's in Education K6, and I have a minor in history. I'm new to All Day Learning Center. I've only been here about a month, but I love it. It's so much fun. But I'm not new to preschool. My past job, I was there for 8 years in the preschool in Piscataway. I loved it. I worked with students ages 2 to 5, and I started in the 2-year-old room, and I worked my way to the 5-year-old room where I stayed. And I always knew I wanted to become a teacher, but that job is what made me realize I wanted to be a preschool teacher. They're just such a fun age, and that's just where I learned to love the preschool age. Unfortunately, the school closed down due to the pandemic, but I found this school, and I love it. Just a little bit about myself. I just got engaged in June. I have 3 cats, and I love all cats. My cats' names are Felix, Lola, and Pepper. All your kids already know that. I also have 3 sisters. I'm the 3rd, so 3 is a big number in my life. My favorite hobby is to do my nails at home, so I save money from going to the salon. I also really love listening to audiobooks while I'm doing housework, because then I feel like I'm learning as I'm going. And I also really love to bake, and I have like the biggest sweet tooth ever. I will always if you offer me chocolate, I will never say no. Okay, so a little about our schedule for the day. We always start circle time every day at 9 a.m. We go over the months, days of the week, the year, how many days we've been in school, the weather, and the kids all help me. I let them run it. We also talk about our character education at that time. I just squeeze it in so we can make sure we're talking about it every day. For September, we talked about responsibility. In October, we're going to talk about respect. I also go over our letters of the week. With our foundations cards, we go over the letter and we go over the sound every day. And I usually end circle time with a story, and it tends to be with whatever we're talking about for the week, be it community helpers or space, whatever the theme is, I'll try and find a book to go along with that. Then we go to the bathroom and wash our hands, go potty, have snack, and after snack we have our academic group time, which tends to be more based on language arts and writing, but there's also math, sometimes social studies, a little bit of science. It all depends on what we're working on for the day. So we do a lot of writing on our whiteboards, writing in our writing journals and our foundation books, and some counting activities. Sometimes we do group activities on the carpet, where like the other day we did how many R words we can think of, and we wrote it down on the whiteboard, and it's a group activity and they get really excited to raise their hand and shout out words. It's a lot of fun. After we clean that up, it's centers time. And we do have a smaller classroom, but we still fit a good amount of toys on the carpet, but they also have the option to color on a whiteboard, write on a whiteboard. They can color in the art center. I've had kids that just like to cut and make whatever they want in their paper, use their imagination. It's amazing. Around 11, we go outside every day, and that's their time to shake out their sillies, go run and be crazy, go play on the jungle gym. And if we get too hot, which we usually do every day because we go out at 11, it's when the sun's out, directly over us, we tend to go in the shade and play class games together, and they have a lot of fun. It's just them playing together as a whole. No one just breaking off and playing together. It's everyone together. Then we come inside and we do some music and movement. We sing our songs, play Simon Says, we dance. And the end of our program, as you all know, is lunch. The students eat their lunch, then the kids that go to kindergarten and preschool in the district go on their buses and go, and pretty much everyone else goes home. And Miss Stephanie goes to lunch. And that's the end of our morning program. Just a reminder that we have a Halloween party coming up, and it is on October 29th at 9:30. There will be a sign-up sheet going around for decorations, supplies, treats, all the fun stuff. Sign up if you can, that would be great, thank you. If not, that's okay too. The kids are going to be decorating a pumpkin and doing a Halloween craft, and I also have some Halloween games that I'm bringing in. And costumes are welcome. I can't wait to see what everyone's going to be. I have no idea what I'm going to be yet, but please bring a change of clothes for the afternoon. And I think my goals for this year, just to end, before I end, is to have all of the students recognizing their letters, recognizing their numbers, being able to write their letters and numbers, learning their sight words, doing some simple math, being kind, and having fun. And I believe this is going to be a great year because I'm back in the classroom. We're all going to have so much fun learning and growing together. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me or stop me at drop-off or pickup. Have a great night. Thanks for coming to Virtual Back to School Night.
Hi everyone, welcome to our back to school night. I'm Miss Angie. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our classroom, a little bit about the activities we have planned for this year, and also our goals that we have for this year. So I'm going to start off by telling you a little bit about myself. I'm Miss Angie. I've been here for about 11 years. That's a long time. I have a son named Alexander. He goes to the public school. I also have twin girls, Ava and Amelia, who are a bit of a handful. They're twins. And then my education, I have a degree in early childhood education from Felician College, and it's a bachelor's degree. I like to do nothing on my free time if I can. But if I am with my kids, which I seem to be all the time, we do activities outside. We like to watch movies. We like to experience different places. So that's pretty much my free time, I guess. I don't have much free time, but that's my free time. So I am going to tell you a little bit about our day. So our day starts when your child comes off of the school bus from their public school. They'll have their lunch, and that's our first group, who's 11:45 to 12:30. They'll have their lunch, and then they will go to a quiet activity. We do have another group that comes in at 12:30 to 12:50, and that's when they are going to have their lunch, and then they have their free time. If they do finish lunch a little quickly, we do have time to go outside, so we do go outside, or we'll do a large motor activity in the all-purpose room. So our day does start at 1 o'clock, and that's when we'll do circle time. So circle time consists of the calendar. So we go over the month,
We go over the day, we go over what the number of the day is. We go over how many days we've been in school. We talk about what's one more, what's one less, 10 more, and 10 less. We do go over our letters of the week. We do have 2 letters a week that we do focus on. And then we move on to a math type of circle time. So we do have a number of the day. Today seems to be 11. So we will talk about the number 11. We'll make tally marks to go up to 11. We'll draw 11 things. Then we would do our 10 frame. And then we would write the number 11. Then we would go on to our math charts. We would go and do a word problem. I usually incorporate the students' names into our word problems, and I also relate it to an activity that we're doing for the day. And then we go into our money. We talk about the coin, what it looks like and how much it's worth, and we also put it together to make change as well. Then we have a little bit of calendar charting. So this is where I would put the graphing of the day, basically. So if Monday was sunny, we'll put a sunny figure there. Then after that, we would go to find the number. So again, our number is 11, so we would talk about what comes before 11, what comes after 11, and then we would talk about learn a new word for math. So our word this week is adding and sorting. So we add simple numbers, and then we sort also manipulatives. Then we do another graphing type of thing. So each day it's something different. Our title is something different. So our title today is our favorite day. Is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday? And we would go around and pick our favorite day, and then we would talk about what is the largest, what's the smallest, and what's in the middle. So that concludes our circle time. After we're done with circle time, we go into our academic group time. This is about 30 minutes. So this is where I would introduce character ed. This is where I would introduce any math activities that we have planned for the day, any language activities, and that's basically what we really focus on. But we also throw in a little bit of social studies, a little bit of science, whatever the day is able to allow us to do. And then after our 30-minute rotating groups, we go to center time. So center time is educational center times. So we just, and free choice as well. So we put out some toys on the carpets and also on the table, and they rotate to the groups that they like to go to. We do try to keep them in small groups just so that they can interact a little bit better with each other and it's not so loud. I know our classroom's a little bit smaller, but we do try to separate them as best as we can. Then we are going to introduce one-on-one reading. It is a one-on-one reading with me. These are leveled books, so it depends on the level of your child. I will find that out through reading with them. We would do one-on-one reading, do sight words with them. We would go over letter sounds with them. We would go over any phonemic awareness type of things with them. After that, once we are done with our one-on-one in reading, we go into music and movement. Music and movement is our favorite in our classroom. We love to freeze dance. We also do Simon Says. We also do our concert songs, because we do have a concert in the fall, in the winter, and then in the spring. So we do like to sing our songs. So if your child is singing some Christmas songs, I know we're in fall, that's why. Then after that, we go to snacks. So either you provide the snack or we can provide the snack. We have apples, we have oranges, we have cereal. You don't have to worry about giving snacks. I know in public school you're packing snacks for them as well, and packing lunch if you decide to. So no worries on that. And then after that, we would go to the bathroom. Our bathrooms are located outside of our classroom. We do have about 4 bathrooms. We do share them, so 3 are in the hallway and 1 is in the all-purpose room. We use whatever is open, and they're totally fine with that. After that, we go outside, if weather permits. We go outside, we play in the jungle gym, we get our energy out. They, play soccer, they play whatever they want. That's their time to get their energy out and just have a great time. After that, we come back in and we have our educational center time. Again, this is a center time geared towards language, math, maybe a little bit of science, and we do some rotating groups that way. We talk about money as well. We talk about time. We talk about all math aspects throughout the year. Then after that, it's snack time. Again, either you can provide or we can provide. No worries if you do not provide it. We have enough snacks to give your child. Then we have tabletop toys activities after that, because that will be kind of the end of our day. So we put out toys again at the tables, and it's Legos, it's any coloring activity, because we do like to color, just things along those lines that will be on the table, and that's usually the time that it's pickup, so around 6:30. So that concludes our day. I know it's a lot in just a short amount of time, but we do get it all done, and they are great, and they love it. Also, I just wanted to introduce one more thing that we have in our classroom, just in case they do talk about it. We do have a reward system. It is a little cup about this big, and we have 4 little cubes that we put inside of the cup. So each day they get a cube if they had an awesome day. So far this week they have all 4, and then they chose to do a freeze dance type of thing. So they get rewarded for being awesome, because they are awesome and they should be rewarded. So that's what they do. That's our reward system. So let me talk to you a little bit about some upcoming events that we have planned. We do have a Halloween party. I know that your child is going to have a Halloween party at their public school with their costumes and all of that. That is fine. They're just going to have a small little party with me as well. There is going to be a sign-up genie that is going to go out, so you can feel free to donate or sign up for any kind of, foods or tablecloths or whatever you like. So it's 100% up to you. So what we're going to do during that party is we're going to make a really fun craft, Halloween related, and then do some Halloween games, maybe dance to some Halloween music, just get into the Halloween spirit. And then that really concludes our activities that are coming up, but we do a lot of cleaning here, so if you feel that you can donate anything to us, like paper towels, Lysol, anything along those lines, we will truly appreciate it, because we do clean a lot. So that concludes my back to school presentation. I look forward to this amazing year, and I can't wait to meet all of you also in person, hopefully. Have a great night, guys. Bye.